Good to see another brother around here.
Yes, of course it is. Something wrong?
There you are. Do something with this.
Yes, yes.
Oh, hello. I'm Philomena, and you are
Chris, Rose's boyfriend.
fantastic. You two make a lovely couple.
Thanks.
Where are my manners? Logan King. Chris was just telling me how he felt much more comfortable with my being here.
That's nice. Logan, I hate to tear you away, dear, but the Wincots were asking about you.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Chris. Goodbye.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it?
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it? I was able to do it, and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home and...
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself, you know, the actual... How long did it take you to get used to it?
It was a process, you know, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me. In my head.
Can you show us?
Can you show me where? Right here. So the future is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do so much more.
Do you have any side effects? And do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it?
What kind of advantages do you have?
I can't really say.
Can you predict outcomes?
I can't really say.
Would you be willing to demonstrate?
Yeah. I'm willing to demonstrate. Yeah. Well, I can't really start saying crying. I have a NEURALINK device that's implanted under my skin.
What is that? What advantages do you have?
I could still move the mouse with my mind. It's gonna be black.
The patient is able to control a computer cursor with his mind.
Every three. NEURALINK device that's implanted under my skin.
What is that? What advantages do you have?
I can't really say.
Can you predict downs?
I can't really say.
Would you be willing to demonstrate?
Yeah. If he's willing. I'm going to show you how to predict the outcome of a spin.
He's getting every
in
number
roulette.
right. I don't know how he does it.
Do you work for them?
Do you think casino owners are worried about this?
They should be. I mean, if somebody figures out how to cheat with this thing,
You said you've done it how many times in a row?
it's the end.
I don't know what's going on.
Of
I don't know what's
casino.
going on. This is, I've been in the casino business 25 years. I've never seen anything like this.
Maybe I can see the ball.
Can you?
I don't know. Maybe I can see it before it drops, but I'm not using it.
Are you not using it?
No, I'm not. I'm just here to have fun. That's good. I'm not here to win money. I'm just good. I'm not here to have fun. I'm just here to have fun. I have a NEURALINK device that's implanted under my skin.
What is that? What advantage?
Shalom, we set this up by giving honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakwa Dash. Double honor, salutations, peace, and blessings to the elect men of Israel, starting with the elder apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone church, on down to the rescue brothers and the brothers I labor with, who I push forth the will and doctrine of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, in all faith, truth, and sincerity according to the true understanding of the scriptures. Those also part of the great millstone church. So all of you, I say shalom. Shalom to you, sincere listeners. You new brothers in the faith, the few sincere sisters, all that are looking to repent, and turn back to the Lord, and ultimately bring upon themselves salvation, right, through His word, through His wisdom, through His knowledge and understanding. So I just played a few clips from, I'm gonna say what looks to be like a Jake, which he could be, but just the beginning. The first thing I played was a clip from Salaki, the movie Get Out, and the reason why is because when the first time I saw these series of videos with this Jake having gotten the NEURALINK in his implanted into his forehead, you just look at him, you could just see, like, the first thing that stood out to me was his eyes, and it reminded me of basically like Lakeith Stanfield's eyes in the movie, right? Because really he in the movie he was a Jake named Andre, but when he had his body taken, right, which through the spirit, that's damn near what they were doing with them in the movie, right? But when he had his mind taken, and Andre was in a second place, right, and whoever Edomite Logan, who is controlling his body, like, you could see in his eyes something was off, Like when you see the main character Chris touches his shoulder, saying it's good to see another brother here, and as you see like Keith or Logan in this case turning, you can see like his eyes, like something's different, like it's no longer a Jake spirit, and that's kind of like what I noticed with this Jake having the NEURALINK. Like, you look at his eyes, like he don't look, like you could tell like the spirit's not the same in him, It's almost like you could tell like he being controlled in a certain way, and that's just crazy. But the last one, I got one more clip to play, because I was going through his TikTok channel, and I came across this other video, and this would be the last one I play. But it basically is like the focus of the video is basically on his eyes, and then I perceive, because I can't tell if it's all AI, or, what I'm saying, which it kind of seemed like it is, but nonetheless, there's certain like cues within it that like stood out, and I'll pause it at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll like replay it. It's just to see if, give a chance for brothers that are watching, for them to be able to see, you know, catch the same thing that I did, if you will. So
I like what you see. You know.
That's so scary. It's real, bro. That's real. Yo, how do you do that?
Yo, come check out dude's eye, man. Shit's crazy.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
this is shit that look like, you know, AI, but
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Oh my God! Did you see?
Crazy. What is it? Oh.
now see, it says kid asked for red glowing eyes, right? And that's the spirit, because that just reminded me of Yahweh Shai's image being depicted in Revelation, the first chapter, you know, when it goes on to mention how his eyes were as a flame of fire, you know. And it was just interesting seeing that too within the video, you know. It's like dang, what's the word? I just had it like at the tip of my tongue. It's like a fake, or like a sarcastic homage, you know, like a pseudo homage, you know what I'm saying? Like basically just really just like a mockery to the scriptures and to the Most High, having showed red glowing eyes, you know? Like this like you could completely tell this is all just Satan, you know, making a mockery. Because again, like when I say Satan, I'm more so referring to the devil, Esau, Edom, right? The so-called white man, right? Elon Musk, you know, and the powers that be that's you know controlling and funding everything, right? Starting with the central banking families, which is the elite banking families, right? The wicked elite banking families. Because again, with them owning the banks, they control the money. They control the system, you know. And this is a part of that system that they're looking to push forth, because it's them that's going to be trying to enforce, or not even say trying to, that are going to enforce Revelation 13 and 16 and verse 17, you know. So I'm gonna just play the end of it, and I'm gonna get some scriptures, you know.
Oh my God! Did you see?
Crazy. What is it? Oh. I like what you see. You know.
So yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, all the videos. But when you go to this Jake page, right? Like he be talking about a whole bunch of nonsense, you know. So yes. Yeah, that wasn't even where I was looking at. I didn't even see that, but you know, that's still the spirit. Cause like, yeah, at the top it said, you know, former Navy intelligence specialist. You know, so he definitely locked in with Esau. You know, he completely put his trust in Esau and shit. It's just crazy. But you know, this is really more so exhorting for those that are not living after the flesh, but are living in the spirit and looking to push forth the spirit, you know, the spirit of the Lord, you know, his true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? This is beautiful to see, really, because it just shows that we're one step closer, right, to our salvation. Ultimately, we're one step closer to this world coming to an end, right, and us being saved, and us being given, you know, eternal life. You know, those that stand strong. I don't want this I be one of those men, as well as, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that I label with, and as well as the sincere brothers, the rest of the sincere brothers that be of the Great Millstone Church, you know. But what was I gonna say? When you like go through his page, like you can notice a difference, if you will. You can notice a difference kind of like within his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like years before him having the chip implanted in his forehead versus, you know what I'm saying, him being without it. You know? So that was one thing that just stood out to me. But nonetheless, we're gonna jump into this. This is Romans 18 and verse 13. It says, "For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live." Right? And this is completely living in and after the flesh. You know, you completely being engulfed in really the lust of the flesh, because that's what living after the flesh is. You fall into the lust of the flesh, and the scriptures talk about that. And then First John, the 2nd chapter, starting at the 15th verse, right? And what's it called? In the header here, says, "Do not love the world." Right above verse 15. So it says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world." It says, "If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Right? It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." Right? And these are the things that the wicked rulers of this world, right? Those who the earth is beginning to the hands of, as Job 9:24 goes on to say, being the wicked, right? This is how they live, right? They follow the lust of their flesh, right? The lust of their eyes, you know, and they pride themselves in this type of lifestyle, right? But that's a telltale sign that they are not it's like that they are not of the Father, you know. It says verse 17, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof." You see? So that this world that is set up like this, right? And this world that is set up to have you be a slave to man, and more specifically the son of perdition, right? Being the wicked, right? Being Esau Edom, right? Being the wicked elite, more specifically. Right? You being in servitude to them. Satan. Yeah. It's a lot here. Mug's probably messing with the fucking fire alarms and shit. But nonetheless, right? Ain't stopping nothing. Again, this isn't of the Lord, and it's on its way out. Right? So putting your trust in this place is only you writing your death note, you know, your death sentence, being a part of it. Right? It says, and we're gonna get more scriptures on that too. It says, but he that doeth the will of God, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, abideth forever. Right? And how do you do that? By not doing what this so-called Jake did, right? But you know what? I'm gonna stay here, but I'm gonna go here like this. Right? Let's get it. Revelation 13 and verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You see? So this is as you seen a couple days ago, right? The elder apostles, while they were hitting the highways, they were talking about the fourth industrial revolution, right? Which is them looking to merge humans with machines with data technology, right? Ultimately looking to push for transhumanism, you know? Having humans be completely, what's the word I'm looking for? Being completely monitored, you know? Everything you do, everything you say, everything you buy, everything you eat, your vitals and everything is being monitored to where they have, complete access to you and your body, right? That's what they're looking to do, and this is them looking to incorporate it, and of course they're gonna have a Jake do this shit, cause they're looking to get you Jakes, they're looking to get you so-called niggas. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? They're looking to get you and take you away from the Lord. But that go for all the people that be within this world, that be upon the face of the earth, because they're looking to push their new world order, which this is a part of. It's a one world, a one world government, one world, rulership, with the wicked elite being at the top of that. That's what they're looking to do with this. But the way that you, as it said in that 1 John the 2nd chapter on the 17th verse, right? The way that you abide in the Lord is by not doing that, not getting caught up in that, right? And not being a part of this. Right? Revelation 14 and verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? Says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. You see? So Esau, Edom, he's already, because this is what he's what he's pushing, and this is what he about, this is already being written towards him, right? Because these are the ones that's looking to implement this. These could be the ones that's, going gladly to do this shit. Because this is their world. But all of those, more specifically, right, more importantly, because it started with us, those of our people that go on to fall into this, that go on to intentionally do this, just as you seen this Jake do. You had the video a couple weeks back, or a month or two or so, You know, whenever really, because you know time be flying. But you had that so-called Eve. You know what I'm saying? The quirky, nerdy Eve talking about she getting an implant to pay her bills and shit. You know, like this is exactly what this is exactly what's gonna start happening, and them showing examples like this is how they gonna get mugs. You know, completely. There ain't no hiding it. You know, it's clear as day. Esau's even able to see this. You know, but the wicked, they are looking to control everything to the point to where even if you looking to deny it, right? Those that's weak in the flesh, that's already so caught up in living in the flesh and never having done anything to actually build themselves up in the spirit, they gonna fall for it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give into it, right? Being faint-hearted and not having the discipline, you know, to stand for the Lord, they gonna give into it. Just as you can see, they give into unrighteousness within these so-called churches, you know, because they're pushing a lie. They're choosing to believe a lie rather than doing what's right by the Lord, you know. So knowing this and keeping this in mind, right, we stay out the way and we make sure that we doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? We look to make sure that we're not being deceived by, you know, Satan's, you know, the devil's wicked devices, Satan's, you know, wicked devices, you know. But it says, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. It says, really, I'm going to just start at the top. I'm going to just read through. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says, and by our gathering together unto him, right, unto Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Mashiach is at hand, you know? And that being shaken or being troubled, right, is you not getting caught up in the hour of temptation, you know? Well, they're going to be looking to, you know, implant you. And, you know, it's a moment where it seems as if there's no other option, but there is, you know? Dude, Esau and his wicked devices, he gonna try to put a spell, if you will, out here to make it seem as if you ain't got no other resort, but you do Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know. But it says, verse 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means. It says, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? That son of perdition is Esau, Edom. Everybody's starting to be able to see clearly who the devil really is, because Satan and the devil are two different things, you know. You could say they liken onto being one and the same, but really Satan is like the spiritual counterpart to Esau, Edom being the wicked, right? And Esau, Edom, the wicked, the so-called white man, the physical counterpart to Satan, because they work hand in hand, you know. When you look at the wicked, that's who they praise. They praise and worship wickedness. You know what I'm saying? It's Satan, right? Looking to bring forth more wickedness, right? But it says, verse 4, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God, right? And again, that's Esau, Edom, because you go back to Isaiah 14, right? Isaiah 14 and 13, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, it says, actually, I'll start at 12. It says, Isaiah 14 and verse 12, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, and this is ultimately referring to Esau, Edom, but through Satan, right? Because this is the one that has been oppressing us, which is what this chapter goes is starting off with, right? So this come on now. Okay. Start it again. So this verse 12, right? Which let's real quick go into that word. Lucifer, right? Light bearer, right? It says shining one, the king of Babylon and Satan, right? So this light bearer is the illuminated ones, on the left hand side, right? It's where the Illuminati comes from. And again, that's all ran by the wicked elite. So again, reading through, because it's not the point, but it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, right? How is he now come down from the estate that he is in, being at the top, right? Because that's what's going to happen, right? It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You see? Read verse 4 again, 2 Thessalonians 2. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. Right? So he's looking to continue to put himself in position as the Most High and control things as if he's the Most High when he's not. And because he's doing that, right, now he's looking to have everybody worship him, which you weren't supposed to do. Right? The only person that is to be worshipped, the only person that's supposed to be praised and reverenced to the highest degree is Yahweh. Right? Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in the name of his only begotten Son. So this is completely him. This is who that's referring to. And it says, verse 15, it says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah. Yeah. And that chapter is good, but still this is who that son of perdition is, right? The wicked one that is trying to do all these godlike things. Esau likes to try to control the weather. They cut the trees down and try to build up their cities, and basically try to keep their inward thought being that their house shall last forever going, and it's not the case because they are just living in the lust of their flesh. But again, continue reading. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? Though he's not. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? It says, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And everything is going according to the Most High's plan, right? You even read in this 14th chapter, right? I think it's 26, yeah. It says, Isaiah 14 and verse 26, this is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand, it's like it. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all nations. It says, for the Lord, right, Yahweh of hosts, has proposed, and who can disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back, right? And the Lord has it to where we got to go through these things. We endure all these things for the elect's sake, you know? We endure these things to mortify the deeds of our body, you know? Build the discipline of not giving in so easily to the flesh, but refraining from it, right? And I'm going to get... All right, I'm going to get here. Rev 2. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, right? We're looking to ready our minds and our spirits to not give in to this moment, you know, where they're enforcing this. Right now they're trying to pose it as it being something that's cool and something convenient, something that's going to make your life easy. But at the end of the day, it's just another ploy to trick you into signing your life away to them. You know, that's all this is. So we're looking to build ourselves to be ready in the moment, in an hour of temptation, when they looking to, you know, hit you with the, you know, the MOTB, right? Chip you or kill you. You're not giving in, you know. But you standing 10 toes down, standing so stiffly for the Most High and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, you know. But it says, right, it's not necessarily the point, but it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. You see, cleave unto Him and depart not away. This is what that abiding in the Most High and enduring unto the end and enduring in the Lord, you know, refraining from giving into this fake reality, this fake reality of these things being convenient, right? Which ultimately and which really just brings forth complacency, right? And reliability on the damn devil. It says, cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. You see, you want the Most High to increase you, not you to increase yourself with the means, the riches, and the resources that be of Esau Edom. Because everything that he sets up is through wicked means. You know? It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. You see? So be patient in the moments where, you know, it's a moment of you, you know, not having nothing and looking to get those resources may not necessarily be as convenient as you see these fucking sellers are gonna get, because though they might get resources, they're still written to be destroyed. You know, they still gonna get hit with that fire and brimstone. referring back to that Revelation 14 and 9. You know, they getting hit with no nukes in the lake of fire. But it says, right, and be patient with our change to a lower state, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? This is the trouble that we gotta go through, you know? And us going through this is only what's gonna help us to be made stronger, you know? So make sure that you not, being caught up out here lacking, getting lost in the sauce, and falling for these wicked devices, you know? Because whoever this Jake is, that's exactly what the fuck happened with him, you know? But finishing here, 2Thessalonians 2 and 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, and only he who let it, who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, you know? And that's gonna be through the chariots, through the spiritual power that's been given, you know, through the angels, right? It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. You see? They gonna be destroyed, right? Even him, those that set up this wickedness, those that's gonna enforce the MOTB, he gonna be gotten. You know, he's gonna be destroyed with the brightness of Yahweh Shai's coming, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's coming. You know, through Yahweh Shai and the angels. It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. You see, the love of the Father is not in them, that they might be saved. You see, so that's they not gonna be saved because they cleave onto Pharaoh, they cleave onto the shadow of Egypt, they cleave onto this wicked king, they cleave onto this world set up by the wicked, right? Jake didn't take the time to, when a place of open repentance was given, turn back to the Lord. They rejected it, denied it, because they were so caught up in the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, right? It says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. You see? That's it. That's it. You know? Keep going, but that's pretty much the point. So don't get lost in the sauce like that Jake. You know? That's pretty much it. That's exactly what will happen with, with this shit. Don't get Logan Kinged, out here. Don't get lost in the sauce and shit. Because I don't know if I had to watch the movie again in regards to like specifically how he got. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the Jakes that was getting got was through that Edomite bitch in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Who was taking Chris ass on a family getaway and shit. So I don't know if he did either, but basically, don't get lost in the daughter of Babylon, which is this world, this way of life, where they're pushing wickedness like it's good, and the things that's truly good is if it's wicked, We got to be wise as serpents, paying attention to how our enemy operates, but harmless as doves, not giving into those things that they do, right? But staying innocent, right? Being that plain man that dwell in the tent, morally and ethically pure. So that's pretty much the point. Lord, it's been edifying with that. I'm going to give honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakwadash. Till next time, shalom.